Is this the bomb or a bomb? Stay tuned to find out. Here we are back with SPICEBOMB Night Vision. This is the Eau de Parfum. Came out in 2020, which is now last year, but their most recent addition to the SPICEBOMB line. This is going to be my first time smelling and reviewing it. Let's give a quick spray here on the hand. Very spicy, very fresh. Clearly in the SPICEBOMB DNA. Almost a little nutty on top. I'm going to keep giving you little updates here as I let it dry down, let you know what I think. I'm actually live here at Sephora in Miami. It's going to be interesting. I've never loved the whole SPICEBOMB, flankers or SPICEBOMB line, so I'm interested to see how this one does for me. I'll let you guys know with quick little updates. Okay, so now I'm back here. I've been wearing it for about 30 minutes, and I looked at the note breakdown, and I was right. There's a nutty accord in here, and you definitely picked that up. Because when I first gave you that first impression in the store, I had not looked at the note breakdown, and definitely got that nutty, fresh, spicy designer accord. To me, it's, it's a little sweet, but it's not too sweet. I know it's got apple and it's got spicy, pepper. It's got that SPICEBOMB DNA, no doubt. It also reminds me a lot of the more popular designer fragrances, whether it be, Gucci, Guilty, or, even obviously more of the marine scents, like I guess I hate to say it, but like an Acqua di Gio. I mean, it's nice, it's pleasant, but it is mass appealing, and it smells like basically everything that is in the designer market. We'll see how the dry down goes. It will be interesting. Again, I don't think it's cloying. It's not too sweet, even though there's a lot of sweet notes in there, but I definitely get that nutty element. So anyways, I'll update it again in like a couple hours and see how the dry down is going, and see how the projection, sillage, and things like that go.
So I've been wearing the SPICEBOMB Night Vision, Night Vision Eau de Parfum now I'm on about just the last 8-hour mark. I came home. As you saw, I was at Sephora in here in Miami at the Brickell City Center, which is a really high-end mall. I got a hair hanging here. Anyways, so I've been wearing it all day. And so I want to give my final thoughts on this, because for those of you who watch my channel know that I don't review a ton of designer fragrances, but I still like to keep my toes wet, and I still like to smell what's out there, because I don't want to be considered a niche snob. I am open to all kinds of fragrances, and I do like to smell anything that's beautiful. I don't care where it's created. I just happen to favor niche fragrances because I think, in general, of course, not everything is going to be better in the niche role, but in general, I think niche fragrances are just higher quality and much more individualistic and unique. That's my little diatribe. Let me get right back to this fragrance. So, as it dries down throughout the day, to me, again, it's still very sweet, not cloying. The apple's pretty prominent. So is it kind of gets some spicy cinnamon and nutmeg, which I like. And as I said at the very beginning of the video, I think one of the things I liked about this was the nut accord. I don't know what type of nut it was. I don't know whether it's pistachio or walnuts, but it definitely had this kind of warm nut accord, which I think makes this fragrance good for the winter and springtime. So I think this is a good fragrance for now. I think it's if you do like the SPICEBOMB, series, I think you're going to like this fragrance. Now, hey, stop. Sorry, this is actual video. My dog's trying to get in here. So this is a fragrance. Let me kind of review it. Again, if you like the Spice Bomb series, I think you're going to like this. It's an eau de parfum. So eau de parfums, just a little chemistry lesson, in case you didn't know this, because there's more concentration of the oils in there, they're generally not going to be as good as projection. Julia, stop. Sorry. You're going to have, the projection is going to sit more in your skin because the oils are heavier and there's more oils in there. What does that mean though? It means you're going to have typically better longevity on the skin. And that is the case here. I'm at sitting now 8+ hours and it's still kicking nice and strong. So this is going to be a 10+ hour, I would call that beast mode fragrance. And I'm not surprised because that's an eau de parfum. Okay, so they're using, definitely a lot of oils in there, which is good, and a good characteristic of this fragrance. It is, again, as I kind of said earlier in the video, one of the more, kind of smells like a standard, typical designer fragrance. It has that spicy, fresh, green. It's definitely got a green scent. You notice from the bottle, it's got the green label. It's kind of got this green accord, and because I think it's technically labeled as fougere and it's got lavender, that doesn't surprise me. So it does kind of have that green fougere, lavender. Some may even call it barbershop. I don't think this goes into the barbershop fougere accord, but you definitely get that. It is, I think, a younger man's fragrance. I am 50, although hopefully you don't think I look like I'm 50. I don't feel like I'm 50. Anyways, this is going to be a younger man's fragrance. I would not typically wear this because, again, it smells a little bit like something that I would give to my sons, who one of my sons is about to be 19. I think if you're in your 20s, this is a perfect fragrance because, again, it just smells like a younger man. I think this is a perfect office fragrance. I think it's something, again, because it's not going to project super far because of that high concentration of oils. It's going to sit on your skin, but I think you would get compliments. I think, again, this is a very crowd-pleasing type fragrance. And again, I think it would be perfect for the office. So if you're looking for a good office fragrance. Now the price is a little bit high for a designer fragrance. It is $120 for 90 mLs. And again, for me, I can get so many really good niche fragrances for under $120 that, for me, it doesn't make sense. But, again, if you are a Spice Bomb fan or you like designer fragrances and typically, veer towards that direction, I think that you're going to like this. What else do I want to say about it? Okay, again, younger men's fragrance, good longevity. It's going to sit on your skin more. Good office fragrance. Good winter and fall winter, fall, spring fragrance. Maybe a little bit too much for the summer because it is kind of a warm fragrance with that spiciness and that sweetness, and and that nuttiness. Which, again, to me, that's the one thing I'll say about this. And I'll kind of end on this because I think I've described a lot of the fragrance now. I like that nutty element because you don't see really a lot of fragrances out there that use a nut accord, or especially in the designer world. And for me, again, if I'm going to wear a designer fragrance, I'm going to pick something that's different, that is not like every other fragrance. And although I said this definitely has that Spice Bomb DNA, and it definitely, it's going to, you're wearing Spice Bomb when you put this on, and you're wearing a designer fragrance because it just has the kind of that sweet, fresh smell that a lot of the designer fragrances kind of reminds me, again, a little bit more of a Gucci, one of the Gucci, maybe Invictus, but maybe more like a Gucci Guilty. That's kind of what it reminds me of from back in the day. So, you're gonna, this one is a little bit more unique with that nut accord, which it's not going to last long. You're going to get that nut accord. I did on my skin for about 2 hours at the top, and then it kind of dries down into the other elements. But having said all that, what's my conclusion on this fragrance? My conclusion, I just went through all the things I told you about. My conclusion is I would not buy it. I would not spend $120 on a designer fragrance that, to me, although has some very good elements, as I talked about, and some, and it's a good fragrance. For me, I can get so much better in the niche world. But if you like designer fragrances and you like Spice Bomb and you like want something for the office and you want something that's a little bit different and unique for the designer world, I would recommend it to those who like that type of fragrance. So this is kind of, a split decision for me. But I was a little bit surprised. I like this one better than I do most designer fragrances. Price point's just a little bit high. I think if it was in the $70, $80 range, I would recommend it even for myself. But for $120, again, I just have too many great options in the niche world. So there you have it. SPICEBOMB Night Vision Eau de Parfum. My review with my updates as I was wearing it throughout the day. I hope you found this useful. I want to thank you all for watching this video and taking the time out of your day, your busy day. I truly appreciate it. And your support keeps me going to keep producing content for you and bring reviews to you that I hope you find useful in your fragrance journey that we are all on. And if you have not subscribed, I would ask that you subscribe to my channel to keep me motivated and keep me going. And you can also like the video and ring the bell for notifications. So that way you know every time I produce new content, you're gonna know that I got something coming out that hopefully you're interested in. So there you have it. This is Joel the Nose. I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks for watching, guys.